I just have one question.
Go on.
So why work with Mr. Kylo if he's going to choke
The
you like that?
Supreme Leader, let's not be disrespectful. And that is a badge of honor. He doesn't do that to anyone.
That's true, that's true.
Blake.
Hello, and welcome back to the channel. I'm your grim grinning host,
Blake.
And today, like I told you, I'm going to be running the Funko Pop Gauntlet to find out which Funko Pop is my favorite. Now, I have a lot of them. I've got a lot on that shelf that you guys saw in the last video. I've got a lot on the shelf behind you guys that you also saw in the last video, but what you didn't see is I have a whole box full and more of Funko Pops that I just have in storage. So I'm going to pick two at random. I'm going to debate between them, and whichever one I like will stay, whichever one I don't like will go in the discard pile. And we'll just keep doing that until we get to my favorite one. So let's just jump right in. These are very different. Prince Eric is one of my first Funko Pops that I got. And the reason I got Prince Eric, not only because I like Disney, but because in senior year of high school, I was a theater kid. And I got the role of Prince Eric in the Little Mermaid musical. Now, unfortunately, my senior year was COVID times, so school was canceled like halfway through, and we never got to put it on the production. Kind of find a blessing in disguise because I don't know about everybody else, but I don't think I was ready, and we were very close to opening day, so yeah, that might have been a blessing in disguise. But yes, we've got Prince Eric from The Little Mermaid up against Chucky from The Bride of Chucky. Now that would be an interesting fight. So I'm gonna rank these based off of looks and looks only, not the sentiment they hold, not who gave it to me, only looks. I mean, Prince Eric is just a guy. Like, he's just a guy that likes the open water and mermaids. So I might have to go with Chucky. He's got all the stitches, all the scars and stuff. He's dope and he's funny. So I'm gonna go with Chucky. I'm sorry, Prince Eric. Maybe next time. The next one I have going up against Chucky is Zombie Gambit. So we got Zombie Gambit. He looks really cool. He's got the little green gash here. He's got the red eye, and I think that eye is actually gone. The other one. He just seems a lot more detailed, and I actually do like Gambit a lot. I'm kind of upset that he never got his own movie. So up against Chucky, I think I might have to go with Gambit, Zombie Gambit. He looks really cool, so sorry, Chucky, but you're out. Going up against Zombie Gambit, we have one of my favorite game series is Uncharted. And this is Nathan Drake from Uncharted 4. And I think that actually, I've seen this Funko Pop a lot, like at Video Game World and stuff like that. They have this locked behind a case, and I'm assuming it's pretty rare, because last time I saw it behind a case, it was like $55 for this thing, and I got it for like 10. If I had to choose between Nathan Drake and Zombie Gambit, that's a hard one, because I do love the games. I grew up with them, but Zombie Gambit just looks cool, and it's not about the sentiment. I gotta remember that it's not about the sentiment. So Zombie Gambit wins. He just looks cool. Nathan Drake is just a guy. He's a really almost invincible guy, but he's just a guy. All right, up against Zombie Gambit, who seems to be just running this gauntlet. We actually have Alex Wilder from Runaways, and I can just go ahead and tell you, as much as I like Runaways and as much as I like Alex Wilder, he's not going to beat Zombie Gambit. Again, he's just a boy. He's just a kid. Zombie Gambit's obviously winning this one. I think it's a no-brainer. Okay, so we might actually have a contender, but for some people, but not for me, because I don't think this one's gonna win against Zombie Gambit. But it is a contender. It is actually Gingerbread Spider-Man. So in terms of the Funko Pop, it's cool, little Gingerbread Spider-Man. I've got a couple of the Gingerbread Marvel characters, but against Zombie Gambit's gonna win. He's a zombie and he's Gambit. I mean, I feel like that's a perfect combination. Okay, so we've got a heavy hitter coming in here. This is not just a regular Funko Pop. This is part of the Sinister Six collection. It is Doc Ock. It's kind of hard to see with the glare of. I've actually got the X-Wing desk light, so it might be a little harder to see, but I don't want to turn it off because then it's a little too dim. We've got, Doc Ock, and he's kind of, I can't tell, he might be on the like side of a building. I don't know. I would have to collect the other ones to see what the full set is like, but you know what? As ridiculous as Doc Ock looks, like comic accurate Doc Ock looks ridiculous, I think I like him better. I'm not gonna lie. He wins. You know what? Screw it. Let's just do it. Doc Ock, he wins. Zombie Gambit, you had your run. He had his run, but he's out. I was trying to travel on a plane with this one, and it kind of got shoved in the bag a little bit, but it's MJ from No Way Home. She's holding that box. You can kind of see the damage, like right here, little creases and stuff like that. MJ, I like MJ. I like Zendaya's version of MJ, but does she beat ridiculous looking bowl cut? No, she doesn't. Doc Ock is winning. The next one we have is from the video game Spider-Man Miles Morales. Miles Morales tracksuit from the game. The white. Oh, hello. You guys can see yourself. It's a cool suit. I like it a lot, and I'm a big fan of Miles Morales. I used to actually think Miles Morales was better than Peter, and if you have that opinion, that's perfectly fine, but I flip-flopped a lot, and right now, Peter is superior. I am so sorry. He is the original, and I don't think I'll ever change my mind again. But Miles Morales is awesome. I love Miles Morales, and I love him so much that I think he's going to knock ridiculous bowl cut Doc Ock out. He didn't have nearly as good of a run as Gambit, but maybe Miles will do pretty well. Let's just see. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that this one is going to be hard. Against Dobby. Dobby's so precious. He's holding a sock. I don't know if you can see. He's holding a sock. You can see it on the side. He's holding a sock. Maybe it's not as hard as I thought. Like, I just want Dobby here. I just want him here. Imagine like a Dobby versus, not versus, but like a Dobby and Blake collab. That'd be awesome. Yeah. So, you know what, Miles, get out of here, bro. Make room for freaking Dobby. Okay. Against Dobby, we have Gingerbread Captain America. A great character. Gingerbread. Good cookie. Against Dobby, though, the precious gem of Dobby the house elf. No. I'm sorry. Get out of here, Gingerbread Man. Next, we have another Funko Pop from the Zombie series. It is Zombie Falcon. Falcon, I love Sam Wilson. I love Falcon. I love his take on Captain America. The Captain America New World Order looks amazing. No, that was the old title. It's Brave New World now. This one versus Dobby. That's a tough one, but I think I'm gonna go with Dobby. I think Dobby's gonna have a bigger run than Gambit. I'm calling it now. So next we have Hulk, or Professor Hulk, whatever you want to call him, in his in-game outfit, his time traveling suit. And Hulk is cool. And the only one that I think could beat Dobby though is Hulk in his Thor Ragnarok outfit, and I don't have that one. So Dobby, he got lucky this time. So yeah, get out of here, Hulk. Miles Morales is coming back for seconds. He's trying to get back into this gauntlet, and I don't think he's going to make it. But I bought this one and Prince Eric at the same time, so technically both that one and this one are my first Funko Pops in my collection. It is Miles Morales holding a video game controller, or as the title is, Miles Morales in parentheses gamer. You can keep playing games, but not this one, because you're not winning. Imagine a Dobby Spider-Man movie. Somebody make that. If you're watching and you like to animate things, please go make a Dobby Spider-Man movie. That would not. If this were a fight, Dobby would be dead. But this is not a fight. This is just a gauntlet, and I'm choosing the one that I like better. And Dobby's winning against Thanos. Dobby ripped that Infinity Gauntlet off, and he's like, "This gauntlet is mine, and I'm winning it." And he snapped his fingers, and Thanos, who is holding the Infinity Gauntlet, went straight to the discard pile. So Dobby is having a clean sweep right now. Like, he is doing good. If this were a 200-kilometer run, he is full sprint nonstop from beginning to end. And Venom is coming up in a close second right now. But is he gonna surpass Dobby? Let's be honest. Dobby is the Usain Bolt of Funko Pops. Dobby is you know, the Flash. He's hacked into the Speed Force, and he is absolutely obliterating Venom. He's not winning against Dobby. He's still a good one. So the next one, I have my one and only Walking Dead Funko Pop, and it is Eugene holding a jar of pickles. Now, as iconic as that is, he loves his pickles. Yeah, does he win against Dobby? The box is cool. The box is cool. If I was rating the box would definitely win. But in terms of the actual pop itself, he's not winning over Dobby. This one right here is the Spider-Man Big Eyes armor. I'm not exactly sure where this is from. Okay, I don't think this is from the game. I'm not a big fan of the suit. I don't really like this suit, and because of that, he's going in the discard pile. Okay, so this is the one that's gonna be a little harder. One of my favorite shows is The Office, and this is Dwight wearing a pumpkin on his head, and that's very iconic. And up against Dobby, it's very hard because the pumpkin is very Halloween vibes, and as you guys know, I love Halloween. I'm gonna make a controversial decision. I'm gonna choose Dwight. I'm so sorry, Dobby. You had a great... I'm just kidding. You guys really thought Dobby wins every single day until I find a better one. Okay, so Dobby's reign as superior Funko Pop is still going strong. And I think it's still going to go strong even with Vulture, medieval Vulture from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. He's cool. He, you know, his style, even in, like his animation style from the movie was really cool, and the way that his suit actually works is really cool. But I mean, if we're looking at it versus Dobby, I mean, actually I don't know. You know, I might actually have to go with this one. I might. That actually came out of left field for me because I fully expected this Dobby to win. All right, everybody kiss Dobby goodbye. You know, give him a little salute. Rest in peace, my brother. Okay, I'm not too sure if you guys can notice now, but I've taken everything off of the shelf as I've already went through everything in the storage box. And the first one going up against Vulture is the dog with the key from the Pirates of the Caribbean ride and movie. Pirates of the Caribbean is, despite my YouTube channel name, Pirates of the Caribbean is my favorite ride. Second, probably Haunted Mansion, but I don't know. There's something about it that it's a dog. And Medieval Vulture is cool and all, but I just feel like I'm going against everything that I said before, where like, we had Zombie Gambit versus like Nathan Drake, and I was like, oh, Nathan Drake is just a guy. Well, this is Evil Vulture against a dog, but it's the Pirate's dog. I'm sticking with the Pirate's dog. I'm sorry, sue me. Sue me if you think I'm going against what I said before. Pirate's dog is awesome, okay? Okay, going up against the Pirates of the Caribbean dog, we've got Ron Weasley, specifically from Prisoner of Azkaban. He's holding Scabbers, I want to say. That was actually Peter Pettigrew. Ron's my favorite character in Harry Potter. But does he win against the dog? Gosh, I love this ride so much. But again, it's not about the sentiment, and this is very hard. But I'm gonna say the dog, and it's not because of the sentiment, it's just because the dog is very lovable. He's very cute. Sue me. I mean, I'm gonna say it 5 times over. Sue me. Okay? He wins. So, he might win against Ron, but does he win against Willy Wonka from the Wonka movie? If you guys haven't seen this movie, go see it. I'm going to eventually cover it on the podcast. But against the dog, this is where it gets tough. We're diving into to my favorite ones. Gosh, you know what? I'm going with Willy Wonka. I liked his outfit. I like the outfit. I thought it was pretty dope. I you know what? I don't even gotta explain it to you guys. You know what? I don't have to. You guys can form your own opinions. You know what? At the end of this video, I want you guys to comment your favorite Funko Pop from my collection. That's your goal, okay? I just want to know. I just want to know where I went wrong in your eyes. So comment your favorite. So we just had Ron, and now we're gonna go with his best friend, his little best buddy, and that's Harry Potter. He's got Hedwig on his arm, and he's got his robe and his scarf. This one, I'm not sure which movie this is from actually. That's a great question. But does he win against Willy Wonka? He's got Hedwig, and that helps out the Funko Pop a lot. But there's just a lot more color in this, and I think that draws me more to it. So I'm gonna keep Wonka. Harry Potter's going in the discard pile. Do y'all remember in the last video, the room tour video, what I said one of my favorite movies was? If you don't, it was Back to the Future. If you do, you got it right. It's Back to the Future. This is Marty holding a camera in his orange vest from the first movie. Very iconic movie. I love Universal a lot. I do. And you know what? I think that, again, it's not about the sentiment, but the movie's so good, the character's so good, and I do like the 80s fashion. I'm gonna go with Marty McFly. Willy Wonka, your songs were great, and for a moment, you reigned supreme, but not now. Okay, you guys see this shirt right here? You guys see it? You guys know who this is? Of course you do. He's right here too. He's going up against Marty McFly. The one thing that I think Mickey has going for him in this specific Funko Pop is, I don't know if you could tell on camera, but he's like glittering. I'm not sure if I like it, but I have not found a regular Mickey Mouse, because I like his little short red shorts with the I'll show you guys this side. The shorts with the little white dots and the yellow, shoes. That's my favorite version of Mickey. I don't know if I like the glitter that much, but so I think this is not a reflection of how I feel about the parks. They both hold very near and dear to my heart. But Marty McFly is gonna win this one. Mickey, I love you, but not as much as Marty McFly in this specific moment. Okay, another thing that you guys might remember from the last video is I love Marvel. I was on the hunt for this Iron Man snapping his fingers from Endgame for a long time, and thankfully Caroline found it and she got it for me. I love this one. I love this Funko Pop. I love how dynamic it is. I love how it looks like he's dirty, how he's got a little bit of the blood dripping down, and he's got the stones, and his suit is all, messed up, and he's on his knees. That iconic scene, iconic Funko Pop, it beats Marty McFly every day of the week, every day of the year, every day of the century. So yeah, let's see how well he's gonna do in the gauntlet. So you guys know I had to put these two up against each other. They're both from Endgame. Tony Stark, Captain America. The fight that you guys have wanted for so long. If you're a Marvel fan, you wanted these two to fight, and Civil War helped us out with that. But, whew, boy, is this a great Funko Pop. This is he picks up Mjolnir, and that is just an iconic moment. That is amazing. That was crowds cheering. This one's a hard one. But I don't know. I'm going with Captain America. I really hyped Iron Man up a lot, and he didn't stay that long. But Captain America holding Mjolnir with the half-broken shield is awesome. From Iron Man to Captain America to the man that started it all, Walt Disney. He's holding a magazine that says Mickey Mouse. I think it literally just says Mickey Mouse Magazine. It's a Disney 100. Oh, I didn't know that. Holy shit. Holy crap. I didn't realize that this Funko Pop was based off of a picture. Well, that makes this Funko Pop cooler. Big inspiration. Cool dynamic pose. Lots of color. Again, big inspiration. It's so simple, yet it holds a lot. And you know what? That's why Walt Disney's gonna stay. Mandalorian. One of my favorite characters in Star Wars. Second to Kanan Jarrus. We've got the Mandalorian. He's holding the Darksaber and his blaster. I had to have the one where he's holding the Darksaber because the Darksaber is freaking awesome. And Mandalorian's suit's just so cool. He has an awesome suit. this gets difficult because then you start overthinking, and I'm like, well, what if I like this one more, but I wanted to keep Walt Disney going? I don't know. See, this is, I'm gonna keep Walt Disney. I can't. It's really a tie, but I have to choose one. So I just made a snap decision, and hopefully I don't regret it. But Walt Disney is staying for now. Up against Walt Disney, we have Hera from Ahsoka, the show. That's what I meant to say. She wasn't as good in the Ahsoka show as she was in Rebels, but she did a pretty good job. But versus Walt Disney, I liked Hera a lot. And this might be a hot take. Don't come at me if you guys don't agree. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I think that Hera is the best pilot in all of Star Wars. Sue me, okay? If you guys think I'm wrong, then you guys think I'm wrong, and whoever you guys think is the best pilot you're also correct, because there's no way for us to accurately gauge that. But I think Hera's the best pilot in Star Wars. I think she wins. Walt Disney's going in the discard pile, and that hurts me to say. But Hera, you're sticking around for now. Okay, so we've moved on from the bookshelf to the shelves behind you guys, and each shelf up on the wall is themed differently. Each section of the shelf. I've got a Marvel shelf, I've got a Star Wars shelf, I've got a horror shelf, I've got a space dedicated to different Spider-Men, and I have kind of like a random section of the shelf of things where I didn't have enough to actually fill out a whole shelf. But starting off with the sectioned, I have the horror shelf, and let's see if maybe a horror one kind of takes the cake. So we'll see. But starting off our horror section up against Hera is Dracula. I love Universal Monsters. The Howling Horror Nights, the past couple years, they've had a Universal Monsters house dedicated to them, and they've been pretty good. I did watch Last Voyage of the Demeter, and that was pretty good. A lot of people I heard didn't like it, but I enjoyed it. It's kind of a good laid back sort of thriller horror monster movie. It's nothing you really gotta rack your mind about, kind of like, you watch like a Jordan Peele, horror movie. Kind of gotta think about like the subtones and the stuff like that. That's what the meter is just, hey, Dracula's on a boat, now you gotta survive. He's kind of basic. I wish you could see like fangs, but I guess, if you could see fangs, or maybe a little bit of blood, maybe I'd pick him. But I think as of right now, Hera wins. Up next, we have the cute, the precious, the lovable, and the most dangerous little boy of all. We have Sam from Trick or Treat, masked. He's not as lovable or cute unmasked, but he's still precious. Just don't get on his bad side. I love Halloween. I love Trick or Treat. That is a movie I do want to cover on the podcast. Up against Hera, I might go with Sam. I think he's not. I thought he was holding his little lollipop. That would have been awesome. Okay, keeping up with the horror shelf. I know technically this isn't horror. I just didn't have enough to fill up a shelf, and I thought this was kind of considered horror enough to go up on that part of the shelf. But I have Stranger Things. I have Steve in his Chips Ahoy outfit. This one specifically is from season 3. He's in his Scoops Ahoy outfit. Steve is my favorite character. And up against Sam, to me it's a no-brainer. I love Steve. Love this outfit. He's got the ice cream. He wins. Bye-bye, Sam. It is now Stranger Things versus Stranger Things. We've got Steve, and then we got Dustin from season 4 when they're in the Upside Down shortly before, spoiler warning, Eddie's death. If you guys get mad about that spoiler, it's been out for like over a year, I think. I can't remember exactly when, but it's been long enough. He's got his little dumpster lid with the spikes. He's got his knife on tied to a stick. Steve in his Scoops Ahoy outfit is more iconic than Dustin carrying a shield with spikes. So I'm gonna keep Steve. Up against Steve, we have you love him, you know him, you love him, and you still know him. It's Michael Myers. Out of all slashers, I love Michael Myers the most. Coming second to Michael Myers might be Ghostface, but I don't have a Funko Pop of him. I have Michael Myers though, and he's awesome. I actually, if you guys know a bit about Michael and his movies, it's kind of a train station. That's what a lot of people like to say, is it's like a train station. It always kind of picks up with Halloween 1, for the one this one's from, the very first one. And then you're at the station and each train goes down a different timeline because not all movies are connected. And personally, I like the route that goes Halloween, the original, 2018 Halloween Kills, and then we forget about Halloween Ends because that movie sucked. I am not afraid to say that one. You guys can hate on me for that. I'm having maybe a lot of hot takes, maybe not, but Halloween Ends was a terrible movie, and Corey Cunningham is a very bad character. But we're talking about Halloween the original. We're talking about Michael Myers, not Corey. Up against Steve. Steve just looks cooler. I'm sorry. Okay, I love you, Michael. You're awesome. Please don't hurt me, but Steve is staying. Okay, so we still have Steve. He's going strong right now. And up against Steve this time we have Sabrina Spellman from The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. It's Sabrina Spellman, and she's got Salem with her. This show is great. Does the Funko Pop hold up to Steve? I don't think so. So Steve, you're still going. We'll see how far you get, because it's kind of freaking me out. I didn't expect Steve to go this far. So we've decided that Steve has won the horror shelf. So if we're going subdivision, Steve is the winner of my favorite on the horror shelf. But now we've kind of moved on to the random shelf, so the stuff that I kind of compiled together. And I have a theory. Just looking at them, I think I know which one is going to win, but maybe I'll change my mind. Let's see. But going up against Steve, we have Flash from the CW show. I like that show. Seasons 1 through 3 were great, and it did kind of taper off. I haven't finished it. I haven't watched it in almost a year, but maybe I'll get back into it. But Grant Gustin, I think, is a great Flash, and I hope and I wish that James Gunn would recast him as Flash. I would love for him to keep doing it. And up against Steve, I'm gonna go with Flash. He's running. He's got his suit on. Flash. He's one of my favorite characters from DC, and yeah, I think Flash is going to take the cake on this one. Steve, you did great. You won the horror shelf, but Flash is going to stay. And up against Flash, we have Percy Jackson from the new Percy Jackson series. I love Percy Jackson. I thought the show was good. I love the movies. I love the first book. But does he win against Flash? This one's a tough one. I'm going to go with Flash. Caroline wanted me to watch this movie for a very long time, like almost as long as we have been dating, which has been 2.5 years. And every time I said that I wasn't too interested in watching this movie, and eventually I finally caved and I finally watched Paddington 2. Not the first one like this one's from, but I watched Paddington 2 because that's her favorite. And after we watched it, we went to the beach with my family, and I walked into I forget exactly what I walked into, but I walked into a store, and this was sitting on the shelf. It was the only one, and we had literally just watched it, and I was like, I've got to grab this. But this is not for sentiment, okay? Flash versus Paddington. No sentiment, not the fact that it reminds me of watching the movie with my girlfriend, but he's a bear, and he's got a red hat, and he's got a blue coat, and he's got his little suitcase, and he loves marmalade. He wins. So up against Paddington, we have my favorite character from Game of Thrones, Jon Snow. I looked for this one for so long, I could never find it, and finally I'm at a friend's house, and I look over and I see that he has it, and I was like, dude, how much? And he said, you can have it. Well, he said $10, but then he said I could have it. But I'm determined to pay him back. But regardless of that, we got Jon Snow versus Paddington. And I love Jon Snow so much. He's got his fur coat. He looks awesome. I want to say this is post Lord Commander. I think it's after he leaves the Night's Watch. He just looks so cool. I think he wins. I think he wins. Caroline came in recently and she's been watching and she was so excited whenever I picked Paddington, and I probably just broke her heart. So, how are you feeling? If you couldn't hear her, she said angry. Up against Jon Snow, we've got another Harry Potter Funko Pop, and it's Lupin, everybody's favorite Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher. So Lupin, what is he holding? Is he holding the Marauders map? He's holding the Marauders map, so that's pretty cool. Does he win against Jon Snow though? And as dope as Lupin is, I don't think he's gonna win against Jon Snow. All right, up next, I saved the best from the random shelf for last because I do think this beats Jon Snow. We have a chase figure, my first ever chase figure. It's different from the standard one. It's like a variant of sorts. We have Invincible. He's been through some stuff. Okay, I love Invincible. I love his suit. I used to hate it, but I love it now. The second season was alright. I love the first season. It was a great show. And I think he beats Jon Snow because this just being a chase figure, it looks so dope here. I'll give you a closer look on the side. It looks so dope, and the colors pop, and it's just awesome. And he wins the random shelf. The next theme we have is the section where it's dedicated to Spider-Man. The first one we have up against Invincible is from Spider-Man No Way Home. It's the inside out suit. He's also got the little web shooter gauntlet thing that Doctor Strange got him. I think Invincible's gonna keep on going here, and black and gold suit Spider-Man is gonna be in the discard pile. Okay, up against Invincible this time is my favorite Spider-Man, my favorite live-action Spider-Man. It is Andrew Garfield. I love Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. You can hate on the movies all you want, you can do all that, but Andrew Garfield was awesome in it, and I know that he's like really popular right now in terms of being Spider-Man. You guys are all bandwagoners. I was with him from day one, and everybody like flipped out. I was like, oh, I've always loved Andrew Garfield. When No Way Home came out, everybody was like, I've always loved him. No, you haven't. You guys all hated on him, and I've been with him this whole time. But does he win against Invincible? No, because this Funko Pop is just so much cooler. I'm so sorry. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart to say this, but Invincible wins this round. It's the Spider-Man from the What If Marvel Zombies. It's him with the cloak. It's actually titled Zombie Hunter Spider-Man, and I think this is pretty dope. Invincible, I think wins. It's just like, look at it though. Like look at his little lens, like how it's all cracked. He's all bloody. Oh my gosh, this is so cool, and I think he wins. I mean, I'm just gonna get right into it. It's the Tom Holland No Way Home suit, the hybrid integrated suit. With like the gold kind of on it. I thought this suit, I was a big advocate for this suit whenever the marketing was first out. A lot of people actually didn't like it, but I did. I thought it was pretty good. But I don't think it wins against Invincible. All right, very hot take. This is my least favorite Spider-Man. I'm not saying I hate him, because I love Spider-Man, and I think each live action Spider-Man has their pros, has their cons, has their weaknesses, has their strengths. But this is the one that I rank in third place, and that is Tobey Maguire. Now, I know a lot of you just gasped. Please take a moment, pause the video. You can breathe, just let it out. If you need to like, throw a couch or something like that, go ahead and do it, because I know that is the hottest take I've taken so far. I'm sorry, he doesn't win against Invincible. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that I'm choosing Invincible over my favorite superhero of all, which is Spider-Man. That's so insane. Before we move on, I do want to say that I have to name a winner for this specific shelf, for this specific section. And obviously, you guys know what I'm going to pick. I love this suit. I love Andrew Garfield's suit. And his second suit, not his first suit. His first suit was kind of eh. All right, I just pulled the next Funko Pop off the shelf. This is starting the Star Wars shelf. We have Invincible. We have Darth Vader. Okay, this is pretty dope. And actually, I'm gonna edit this real quick so that I can show you guys what happens when you take this one out. Okay, a lot of you who are collectors who don't collect Funko Pops are probably freaking out that I took this out of the box, but it's okay because you can do that without, destroying the box. You can do that, so it's okay. But the reason why this one is so cool, it's the only one that I have that does a little interactive thing. Whenever you push the head, that's not usually the sound that he makes, so that's new to me. That's dope. This against Invincible, he may look cool, but Darth Vader is awesome, and he's interactive, so he wins. We have Darth Vader versus Sabine Wren, and she's got her little flamethrower, and she's cool. She's not my favorite character on Rebels, but I mean, she's part of Rebels, which is my favorite show in the Star Wars universe. But Darth Vader's just so much cooler. So I felt like this one's a no-brainer. Darth Vader wins. Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker. I know, crazy, gasp, who saw that coming? But once upon a time, he had a Padawan named Ahsoka. And now they're battling. Ahsoka's cool, and she's got her white lightsabers. And I believe that this Ahsoka is from The Mandalorian, not the show, her show, but the episode Mandalorian, because this is it's got a lot of Mandalorian stuff on the back here. It's cool design. I think she looks cool. I think Rosario Dawson does a really good job. Does she beat Darth Vader? Probably not. Nah, she doesn't. So Darth Vader is a villain. We have another villain. This is this specific Funko Pop is from Book of Boba Fett. And this character met a sad demise. Cad Bane. He looks so cool. He has a cool voice. He's got a cool outfit. I like the whole Wild West, outlaw type look. And does he beat Darth Vader? Darth Vader is interactive. I think Cad Bane looks cooler though. That's so hard because Darth Vader is my favorite villain. But yeah, Cad Bane wins. So we have Cad Bane, and we have the man that killed him. Just kidding. I was seeing if you guys could catch that. This is not Boba Fett. This is actually Cobb Vanth, played by Timothy Olyphant. For horror fans out there, you guys might know Timothy Olyphant from Scream 2. He was one of the killers. We have Cobb Vanth versus Cad Bane. Kind of similar names, sort of. I feel like this is an easy one. I think I'm gonna go Cad Bane. Jeez, we really need to get these two away from each other. All right, keeping in line with silly names and extreme egos, we have Cad Bane, Moff Gideon. He was dope. He was dope in The Mandalorian. He's a great villain. And this one's gonna suck to choose between. I like the red cape in this. I'm keeping Moff Gideon, and he's got the Darksaber. I feel like that just explains everything. Okay, so we've got sort of the new era of Star Wars with Moff Gideon, and here is the original. We have Luke Skywalker. I do like Luke Skywalker, and I do think that he's gonna win against Moff Gideon. We still have Luke Skywalker, and then General Grievous. This is actually, I think, this and I want to say Dracula are my most recent Funko Pops. This is like a battle damaged General Grievous, and I believe this is from the Star Wars Gaming Greats line. I think this is from Battlefront, like a variant of that, and I like it. I think he's cool. I think he's cool looking, and that's why I'm gonna go with him. He's cool. Who doesn't like battle damaged stuff? I mean, you saw how freaking far Invincible went. Okay, so we have our winner for the Star Wars shelf. We have General Grievous and he is now up against Aladdin. I don't have a lot of Disney stuff. I have 2 on this shelf and then the ones you saw earlier. Aladdin versus General Grievous. I think I'm gonna have to go with Aladdin. General Grievous was cool and all, but I love Aladdin. He might be, like I've told you guys before, he might be my favorite character in Disney. So let's see how long he stays. Probably not long, because I do love this Funko Pop. It is Mickey dressed as Dracula, and I love it. Because again, I love Halloween. I love Mickey, because him and Aladdin are like my 2 favorite characters. And I think Dracula's cool, and I like, oh gosh, I like it. This one wins. Hands down, this one wins. There are so many great characters in Marvel, so many great shows in Marvel. We are now on to the Marvel shelf, and we up against Mickey Mouse dressed as Dracula. We have Loki from Loki season 2. That was a great show, and I think in terms of the audiences, I think it might be the best, because I know a lot of people love that show. Moon Knight was a little more divisive, but that is my favorite. But if Loki is going up against Mickey Mouse, I think Mickey Mouse is gonna win. Wow, would you look at this one? This is freaking Owen Wilson. Oh, I'm sorry, Mobius. My bad. Miss Mobius, Mobius from Loki. He's got his little pruning stick. This is from season 1, and yeah, I love this Funko Pop, but I love how this one looks, so this one wins. So I'm starting to see a theme, and you guys probably are too, but Loki, from Loki season 1 we have Sylvie. I do like her look with the one horn. I think it's cool. She's got her dagger in hand. She had a cool cloak, but I don't think she wins against Mickey Mouse. This is a good one, and I actually, this might win. I'm not sure, but it definitely wins over Sylvie. Okay, so up against Mickey Mouse, we have Kate Bishop with Lucky the Pizza Dog. Now, if this was just Lucky the Pizza Dog, maybe it'd win, but not saying that Kate Bishop diminishes it in any way, but it's a dog, and it's like, if that was the focus point, I mean, I think everybody would love it. But all in all, I think Hawkeye was a pretty good show. I know a lot of people didn't really like it, but I liked it, and I think Kate Bishop is a great legacy character. Mickey Mouse wins that round. Let's move on. So up against Mickey Mouse, we have Star-Lord from the Holiday Special, which is a freaking hilarious little, it's like an episode of a show, but it's literally just one. It's a little, obviously it's like special, and it was so funny. But I love Halloween more than I love Christmas, so I think Mickey Mouse is gonna stay. We are zooming through. We have 5 left, and up against Mickey Mouse now we have Doctor Strange. This one is from the Multiverse of Madness. He's floating, doing his little crisscross applesauce, stance and stuff like that. Does he win? No, I'm sorry. This one's, Mickey Mouse, he might be going the distance. Okay, y'all remember Marvel Zombies? Yeah, probably, because Gambit did pretty well. We have Captain America, Zombie Cap. Up against these. Okay. I love Captain America. I love Halloween. I love Mickey. All right, Mickey. You've done very well. But I think Cap looks cooler. So we talked about Civil War. So this is Civil War zombie style. We have Zombie Cap and Zombie Iron Man. But just looking at them, I think that Zombie Cap still wins. Because, I'll show you the side. I'll show you the sides of him. Yeah, I just think he looks cooler with the shield. It looks a little battle damaged. His suit is like all ripped up and stuff like that. I think he looks cooler. So we have Zombie Cap up against one of my top 5 Marvel superheroes, Moon Knight. I'm gonna go with Moon Knight. I love Moon Knight. Last but not least, we have the final showdown. We have Moon Knight versus Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch, in her Halloween outfit. Her classic, original, comic accurate super suit, whatever you want to call it. This one's a tough one. This one really is a tough one. Okay, pros and cons. It's Moon Knight. I love the show. I love the way the suit looks. I love the dynamic pose. It is kind of boring in terms of color. It's just white with a little bit of gold. This has color, so there's a pro. It's also Halloween themed. I love Halloween. I also really like Scarlet Witch because she's freaking strong and she's really cool. This one's very tough. I think I have a winner. While this one's really cool, and I do love Moon Knight, it is just white and kind of boring in terms of color, and all it really has going for it is a dynamic pose and the fact that I really like the character. But this pops with color. It's Scarlet Witch, and I do like Scarlet Witch as a character. I think she's very powerful. I think she's really cool. I think her power set's really cool. And I do like Halloween, and it gets bonus points for being an original comic accurate suit, which I know a lot of people have been really wanting for a lot of characters. So I think that this one's gonna win, which makes this one my favorite Funko Pop that I have. So yeah, Scarlet Witch, Wanda, Halloween from WandaVision. I want you guys, like I said, to comment down below what your favorite Funko Pop of mine was. And if you even want to, what is your favorite Funko Pop that you've just seen ever? Maybe one that I don't have that I can be like, hey, that's a pretty cool one. Maybe I can go get that one. So yeah, that was a pretty fun video. I really enjoyed making that one. My throat hurts really bad because I was talking throughout the entire room tour, and then I jumped straight into this, and wow, gosh, I've never really had to talk this much, but it's all for you guys. I do really like making these videos. It's only my third one, but I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm hoping to keep doing it more with you guys, and I hope we continue to have this channel grow. Like I said before, we will be going to Disney's pretty soon, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. And we still got my surprise, right? Yeah, I'm excited. I want to know what it is. As always, I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Please don't forget to like, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notifications, and share this to your mom, your dad, your brother, your daughter, your son, your dog, your neighbor, your mailman. Share it to everybody. It really helps. It really does. I need you guys to share this to everybody so everybody can be like, hey, that kid's weird. I want to watch him. So, like always, I do appreciate it. I've been your grim grinning host, Blake, and I will see you guys in the next video.